Well, that kind of works. Just try not to have too much perspective distortion. My goat. Yeah, it was just gonna be a portrait, but then I was like, I'll just warm up with a full body sketch of Link in Ocarina of Time fishing. I'm gonna try and keep it sketchy, so I don't focus too much on like tightening it up. Thank you. Heck yeah. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do Kid Link or, adult Link. So I chose I chose adult Link. Even though I think I'm more partial to Kid Link. Oh, what? What about Teen Link? Is he technically a teen? I know colloquially we always refer to when he puts the sword in. It's adult Link, but... Or Elder Link. Okay. Elder Link. I could draw an old Link. That'd actually be pretty cool with a big beard. Although I think he would just end up looking like the character I draw for my comic book, just without a clown nose. Yo. You pulling an Encino Man reference? 2025? Hell yeah, Alex. My favorite too. I like Encino Man. Except that Pauly Shore, man, he's harshing my vibes. Going all right, Eli. How about you? I used to stare at the artwork on the old boxes. We used to get his. Oh yeah, me too. I got my N64 inherited from my grandfather, and he used to like go on it and fish. Him and my uncle. Ocarina of Time. I don't know if I would want to rent Pauly for my birthday, because he would be. I would, if forced to do that, I would want like the real Pauly Shore, not the, the gimmick. But I don't think he would do that, and I don't think he would turn off. I feel like I'm pretty close. Changed his hair a little bit. But maybe I'll do it like it actually is. A little bit shorter there. Some of this was from memory, so like now I'm going through with the actual Nintendo like photo, like outfit reference, and fixing certain things. Like when I play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, I either play as Ocarina of Time Link, or I play like completely like bare bones, like the cheapest pants, the raggedy shirt, an old shield, and I dye everything black. Yeah. After it, I do it throughout the gameplay, but I mean, obviously it gets much easier after you've gotten all of the upgrades and every heart and everything. And you learn how to like parry attacks. I've just been riding around. I've been doing Breath of the Wild after having Tears of the Kingdom in for like a year or two. No, at least 2.5 years straight. And so I'm on like the master bike. I'm just riding around. I think should add some arbitrary lines. Okay. What is boots? It's got like buccaneer kind of boots. The belt buckle. Hey, listen. He's got big boots. I never noticed his boots were like huge. Never played Zelda and only recently found out his name isn't Zelda. Yep. This guy's name is Link. Zelda's bodyguard. She's off exploring. Yeah, those bits are better. Again, there's still perspective distortion, just based off of how I have to put my camera. But I'll show you guys, like, every once in a while. I'll just take my phone off and show you guys what it actually looks like without the distortion. It drives me nuts. Hylian shield. The inside of it. What'd you think of it? It's pretty good, yeah. That's when I was back in the illustration scene. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I'm just making sure the anatomy is fairly correct before I go in with my tightening pencil. Any last little details. Like his gauntlets. I think they're just like this. They're simple. What's Navi look like? Just a circle with, I think it's 4. These are bigger. I want it to look like an X. Navi's kind of tricky. That's kind of right. He's got his fishing pole. Some of this you won't be able to see just because of, well, I guess I can move it. I'm not going to do the actual, like, fishing pole. Or maybe I am. In my mind, I remember it being rudimentary and, like, homemade, but it's, I guess, or maybe you can buy or rent from the shop keep. Is that what it is? You rent from the shop keep the better fishing pole? Either way, I'm going to keep it fairly simple. And then that grass and everything I'll just fill in later. Alright. Let me get these hands real quick. Get these hands roughed in a little better. This will be a little bit tricky. The trickier poses look better. Especially when you can simplify them. was gonna do an action pose, but when I googled him, because in my mind he's obviously action, but all of the like promotional stuff, I was like, they never show him doing like an action pose like a superhero, but they do actually. So I decided to do something more like emotion based, or like a scene. Link is I don't know what that means. You mean Link is ass? You don't like Link? Dude, I don't know if you were the one that asked me yesterday. I was gonna draw like Gogeta. Here, I'll show you. I've drawn Goku. I drew Kid Goku. And so there, I drew Goku. So appreciate Link. Or Gugam. Thank you. Gogeta over Vegeta? Yeah. Bro, make a comic. Bro, I am making a comic. What are you talking about? I'm trying to make a comic. I've got 2 issues done. Does his... Yeah, they kind of... He's got, like, gloves. Any day for... No. After I get done with issue 3 is when I start the promotional, like... And the campaign to get it, like, signed to a distributor. So that's a little bit of ways. But I'm working on that kind of stuff when I'm not drawing. I'm doing all the writing and everything, like the... to the sales pitch and everything. Pencil. Why do you draw your shows like clown shoes? I think you mean shoes, but his shoes are actually like that, which I was actually surprised too, because I didn't think they were, but they're actually like big, like rounded boots. But it makes sense. It's Nintendo, like Mario's were like that as well. Yeah, they look funny and oversized. Is Link a girl or a boy? He's a boy. You're like 0 and 7, man. Come on. Get it together. How can he carry a shield that's so big when he is small? When he is small and a sword? Link is sword? Bro, what is this? 1987 and you're in like the Nintendo developing room asking these questions? I love them though. That's funny. Sharpen your pencil, makes the line sharper. That's not true. That's impossible. Maybe I should search my feelings. I know it's true. Is Link the same as Zelda? Yeah, Link and Zelda are the same. Same with Ganondorf. They're all just one character, one big character. Just kidding. You know they're not. Yeah. Although I'm a Goron boy. I liked Pig Ganon a lot. I just didn't think he looked cool. But I liked him. Is Zelda the girl or the boy, and Link the boy who saved Zelda? I feel like that was already answered. Bro's coming in not knowing anything about it. Come on, you know this, right? You have to know this. No, because Zelda is the princess, or the guy, or something that Link saved. Yes, Zelda is the princess. Link is her bodyguard. Link is the boy. Although, in this interpretation, he's the man. Is Mario and Luigi brothers? Where does Wario fit in? Wazza! Orson Welles. Uh-oh. What happened? Tidying the house. Oh yeah, you're a cleaner. I remember that. Big cleaning fan over here. It's calming. Yeah. It drives me nuts though, because like I can't compartmentalize. I see it as a whole, not as the individual parts. So like my brain just goes like, I don't even know where to start. Oh, so you literally meant the whole house. Okay. Why do you start in the kitchen? I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's naturally like the most trafficked area. Can we see the duck in front of you? I got a bunch of ducks. I got a bunch of Frankenstein Elvis ducks. I got 2 ducks in front of me. It's a character I created named Superman. There's another one named Frankenstein's Monster. Created those back in the 30s. I agree. I ended up just having a bunch of ducks. I don't know. It just happened. Peak. So I'm softening some of these areas, not only because of tone, but it helps me go in, when I go in with a tighter pencil, those lines kind of disappear. Wait, aren't you the same guy who made the Hulk? Yeah, I made the Hulk. I created the Hulk. That was back in 1962. The Hulk is a derivative of my character, Frankenstein's monster, from Universal Monsters 1931 Frankenstein. So you create one, you create the other. You know what I mean? No, see, now that's a lie, Ricky. I did not make all of the characters. Did not make all. I'm very transparent on the characters that I created, like Frankenstein's monster, Superman, and the Incredible Hulk. Orson's laughing. Is this a joke to you? I need to be taken seriously. Perhaps I just hit my funny bone. Yeah, all that cleaning is bound to happen. Yeah, and I made Zipsy Zadog. I am prepared to die in combat. Ricky, I'm talking to you. Time for World War III. I got an idea for a story that with my character I created named the Incredible Hulk called World War Hulk. I have issues saying the word world because I was born with a speech impediment. I had to go to classes for it. But you'd be surprised how often you have to say that word. A lot more than you think. All right, here, I'll take it off a little bit so you can see the overall composition. And then I'm going to go in and tighten it up. And, hope I don't mess it up. Do you think it might have potential, that idea? Yeah, I think it could be good. I think it could be good. We might have to replace some of the characters in the cartoon version, but... Let's go, sharp tips. They call me the sharp tip boy. World War Hulk idea. Oh, I know. I know. Spaghetti 9. I almost said 19. Spaghetti 9 art. I'm always adding shit to your guys' names. I don't know why. All right, where do I start? I guess I start with the eyes. I go darker on the top and bottom lid. Again, stole it from Glen Keane. Orison, yeah. They're going to look gorgeous. Who's going to look gorgeous? Oh, yes. Thank you. No O. Ricky, I'm lost. I'm going to call you Rick, though. Getting a snack? What are you getting? Thank you, Orson. Tell me something I don't know. There's actually a lot of similarities between my character Zipsy Zadok that I created and this officially licensed, not officially licensed, this official, oof, what's going on? With Link, in terms of like the head shape and everything, it must have been like subconsciously influenced. Because this actually, besides the nose, of course, this actually looks a lot like my comic book character when he's younger. It's kind of like, it's exactly like this. It's exactly like when Akira Toriyama would draw like concept art for like Dragon Quest or whatever, and they look like Dragon Ball Z characters. It's exactly that right comparison. I heard you're secretly a famous singer. Who, Orson? Or me? You think I'm a famous singer? I can, boy. Link is very stunning, and for the longest time I thought he was called Zelda. Yeah. I think everyone goes through that, you know? I was singing yesterday on stream. I messed that up. The jams today are, it was originally just going to be my illegally downloaded Ocarina of Time theme song, slowed down reverb with rain, which is 8 minutes. It was just going to be that looped for an hour or whatever. But I decided to play the lo-fi, like, it's just a bunch of lo-fi Zelda songs. But as soon as that's done, I'm going to go back to the looping. And hopefully drive everybody insane. The song I wake up to is, my alarm clock is the shop theme from Ocarina of Time. Noted. Now, I was going to make Link smiling, but it didn't feel right when I was roughing this out. So I made him just have a more like contemplative, simple expression. Like staring off into the distance. I'm going to make him a little bit like dirty. Because we're not. Sad boy Link, yep. That's why I relate. We love a sad guy Link, don't we, folks? My alarm is the Michelle Myers theme song? You mean Michael Myers? Michelle Myers. Now that's someone you don't want to run into. A Michelle Myers. What is it? Michael? Yeah. Thank you so much. The way this is actually so good. You would say that as if you were like surprised. I'm just teasing you. Thank you. I've never drawn Link before. But I put his hair so you can't see his earrings. But that's unfortunate because I actually got reference on his earring. And I was like, oh, that's going to be sick. And now you can't even see it. I'll just add a little bit. I like his shoes. Yeah, I like his shoes too. They're so much bigger than... because I drew this without reference from my head, and then I got the Nintendo reference. And I was like, oh, his boots are way bigger than I thought. Never played Zelda before. Is it good? Yeah. It's really good. All of them are good. I like Ocarina of Time. I like the Minish Cap. Wind Waker. I like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Those are very accessible, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Ocarina is too, but if you don't like N64. Link's Awakening's fun. Ocarina of Time is the one for the 64. Yes, yeah. So for the 64, it's Ocarina of Time and it's Majora's Mask. Thank you so much. I have a little bit of practice with that because I create a comic book character that's got really long hair. Do you draw animals? Yeah, I've drawn animals whenever I have to. I've drawn a squirrel in my comic book. Just one singular squirrel that my character interacts with. But that's actually a mistake, but I need to leave it in because you're not actually supposed to see any sort of life forms subconsciously and literally. Literally in the comic, you're not supposed to see any life forms until they get to a certain spot, and then it's supposed to be beaming with life, and it's supposed to be a subconscious thing. But I messed up on this fucking second page. I remember playing this weird Zelda game on the Game Boy, which I had. Yeah, that's the Minish Cap. Minish Cap is really fun. It's where you can change size. Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, that one's fun. I'm surprised this is actually turning out decent. I'm waiting for me to mess it up. That's why I start with the head. No, people really don't look at anything other than the head and the hands. Unless they're studying it. So as long as you get those right, you can theoretically mess up, and it's okay. Don't jinx it. I got bad luck. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Oh, okay. I get to play on a loop. Ocarina of Time theme slowed plus rain reverb. So don't focus too much on it or else you'll go insane. You're back! What snacks did you eat? I was going to go live later, but I was already ready. I try to factor in the West Coast times, but I was like, man, I'm ready to go. Crackers and string cheese. Wow, okay. Classic. It's my 2 nicknames in high school. Salmon was good. I experimented. I decided to marinate it. Normally I don't. I don't marinate it. I use like a rub, and then if I want to, I'll put like a teriyaki ginger, like soy sauce kind of thing on it. But I marinated it, and as soon as I threw it in the pan, it started burning. So everything had a burnt taste to it. All reliable. So I ended up going live yesterday like 5 times because I was just testing out different camera angles. And I had a really cool camera angle from the side. And it was awesome, but then I forgot the first hour that you go live, it makes you solve like a CAPTCHA puzzle to prove that you're still alive. Or that you're still live, not alive, but live. And the stream just shut off. So then I tried to fix it, and I tried to do like the OBS thing so you guys could see me and see me draw, but it wasn't working. It wouldn't take the URL to because you have to like paste the URL of where you stream and then take a screenshot of your account so you can prove that it's you, but it wouldn't let me. It kept saying the URL was wrong, but it wasn't. So then I tried again, but then like I accidentally clicked it off. And then I tried again, and like all of my Star Wars Phantom Menace like fast food cups just collapsed and fell all over me and knocked everything down. Awful time. But then I just gave up, and then I just started drawing my comic because by this point people were in, and I was like, fuck, I gotta entertain you. Oh, you poor soul. Thank you. Yes, it was, I went through some stuff. Everyone needs to acknowledge that. It's got some weird hair. If I was there, I would hope you clean up the cups. Nah, it's good. I cleaned them up. They're just top heavy, you know? Because they're supposed to be filled with pop. But I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna. These are in pristine condition. Except the Darth Maul came with mold, and I had to like get a Clorox wipe and wipe that off like 5 times until it went away. He's good now. Yeah, they are cool. They're the Pizza Hut, KFC, Taco Bell, Phantom Menace cup toppers. When the movie came out, I remember the only one I was able to get was Anakin. Because everyone wanted Darth Maul. Or Jar Jar. Now I got them all. Simplifying the folds. Matching the tension of what would naturally be there from the way that his arm is bent. And that comes from years of obsessively studying folds. Even though I'm not perfect at it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be believable. Actually, tangent, related. Some folds in real life don't look right. It's weird. Like once you start studying folds and you start looking at people and the way that the clothing folds, sometimes it just doesn't look right. But it is right, you know what I mean? Technically. It's just not as appealing. We don't worry about that. Little bit of battle damage, nothing crazy. Bum-ba-rum. Clothing, in my opinion, the folds really work best when you keep them simple. Or if you're gonna make them, like crazy detailed, you still have to keep the overall shape really simple. Why is he so sad, bro? You don't know the story? You're back? You didn't do any research on the story? He's contemplating. He skipped out on his childhood. He was forced to become an adult. I did, bro. I know it all. I trust you. I trust you, man. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I think that's why he's relatable. Timelines like Dragon Ball Z? No. No, alternate timelines. Unless you're talking about like, oh, the Garlic Jr. saga, is that actually canon or is that another timeline? Is that what you're talking about? The Garlic Jr. saga? I like the Garlic Jr. saga. I like all of the movies, even though they're not canon to some. I like Cooler's Revenge. There's a bunch of timelines in the Zelda series. It branches off like 3 different timelines. Yeah, it's something like that. I just take them for what they are in the individual game. I don't worry too much about how one game relates to another unless it's very specified, like Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask or like Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. I have a Zeldapedia book that explains it all, but I can't remember. Yeah, it's a lot to remember. Yeah, cooler is cooler than Frieza. Mecha cooler. Bro, who's the girl with the blue lips, bro? Is that his girl with the blue lips? Does she look like a fish? Oh, I don't remember Frieza. So I remember the Broly movie, of course. What did Broly do? I remember I was watching those movies as a kid with my great grandmother, and she obviously didn't know anything because she was a poor farmer until she moved to Ohio. And I remember watching it, and she would just be like, "Go Goku!" It's like one of my biggest memories of watching those like clamshell VHS tapes. It's like when Goku and Vegeta hand Broly off to Frieza so they can plan an attack. Okay. It's not baby Broly, right? It's like the full-sized. I used to watch the movies religiously because like that was easier to watch. Because you'd have to wait for, if you didn't have the VHS tapes of the shows that had like 3 episodes on them, you had to obviously wait to watch them on TV, but you could watch the movies. The movies are more accessible. Yeah, I'll watch some of the movies. And I liked the American releases because they would have like metal music in place of the Japanese score. So like Goku's fighting like Cooler and like Disturbed is playing. I'm currently replicating your art. You drawn Link? Pretty cool. You drawing like what I'm drawing? You're drawing your own Link. Thank you. You draw mine? Hell yeah. He's much more fun to draw than I thought he would be. I mean, I didn't think anything of him. So when I say that, I'm like, oh, he's much more fun than I thought. It's because I didn't have a thought, which is the name of my autobiography. For multiple reasons. My favorite Dragon Ball character? Trunks. Trunks, for sure. Trunks was and is the coolest. I wouldn't be drawing my comic book right now if it wasn't for the way that Trunks was debuted. And then, of course, watching the movie of Trunks' timeline. Just everything Trunks. And just like knowing like Akira Toriyama or like, you know, he more than likely based it off of like Terminator 2. Like just Trunks is the coolest. Trunks is the Wolverine, where it's like everybody likes Trunks, but and everyone likes Wolverine, but we get it. No one's like, oh, you're a cat. Like, everybody likes Trunks. You're lying if you don't like Trunks. But I loved, you know, like the first appearance Trunks. I loved when he had like the super long hair during the Cell games, when he goes like, what is it, like ascended Super Saiyan, and he gets too bulky, so he could beat Cell, but like he's too slow, and that's what sets up Gohan becoming a Super Saiyan 2 so well. And he had a sword. I know. As a kid, I thought it was absolutely cool. Yeah. He still is, man. That debut in the show and in the manga, that debut is so cool. Yeah. I love the Android Saga. It reminds me so much of Fall for some reason. And just everything about it. Obviously I love the Cell Saga. Because you know, Android Saga just goes right into the Cell Saga. But that moment where like Piccolo sees Cell for the first time, like absorbing everybody in that city, is when I would cut it. For like, if like Trunks' appearance to that is like that, like right there is my favorite. I wish they had like a cool open world Dragon Ball game that wasn't about fighting. You could fight in it, but that's not the main thing. It's more of like more like Tears or more like Breath of the Wild, where you could just do whatever you wanted and enemies pop up. But it's not like, oh, look, I'm flying. Oh, look, I'm fighting. Look at my powers. I just want to like live in the world and do what I want. I don't want the man telling me what to do. I zoned out again. I don't remember what I was drawing. Would it be on various planets because Earth would be kind of boring? Yeah. You'd have to like travel to other planets, but that would be fun. Like playing as, I would like to play as anybody other than like the Saiyans. Like I would love to play as Bulma, like a scavenger, like a punk scavenger going around looking for shit to build stuff with, finding the Dragon Balls. Like that would be really fun. For me. I know it's not the mainstream, but it would be fun for me. But I feel like it would never get made to the extent that I think it would deserve, because obviously Dragon Ball is like, it's targeted towards like younger boys, so you have to have the fighting. But I would be all for something that is just living in that world. Like specifically I guess specifically the Dragon Ball world, right? So like we wouldn't have to worry about other planets. The biggest threat would be like the Red Ribbon Army. And maybe they can just scale back Goku so he just has like the flying Nimbus and the I forget what the pole is called. Even Akira Toriyama just forgot about the pole too. But that would be fun. Like I guess it would be like Breath of the Wild. So like your ultimate destination is to storm the Red Ribbon Army's base. But like, and then you develop your powers and everything and your techniques on your travels there, along with getting the Dragon Balls. The power pole, yep. When I was a kid, I always thought it was so cool to see like adult Goku with the power pole and Nimbus, and then they did that in the movies, because that's not something that Akira Toriyama did in the manga, because he would just forget. And I sympathize. I get it. I look back at like just like 20 pages ago of my comic book and I'm like, oh fuck, I did stuff there that I was supposed to remember. Like in terms of like a visual language, And I just forgot about it. And then I got to go in and correct it. How did I find my art style? I draw every single day, and I have for a very, very, very long time. And I would study artists that I like. I would visually study artists, and then sometimes I would copy them. And then after a while, let's say like a month of doing that, I would put them away, and then I would just draw the way that I wanted to draw. And then their influences for maybe how they draw the eyes or how they draw the hands or just a theory behind how they draw would creep its way in, but because it's filtered through my brain, it comes out as a style. You just find it. It's one of those annoying things where it's like, you can't, if you force it, you're just a pale imitation of somebody. It'll just come to you, but you have to be open. Thank you. Son-in-law. I feel like I remember that, but that was before, because I was Biodome. That was my movie as a kid, was Biodome. Now that's a Pauly Shore movie. Parts of it don't hold up. Don't watch the trailer, because parts of it do not hold up. But I want to believe that it does. I was passing by again. That's all right. Reminded me of Biodome. Although it set an unrealistic expectation for when I got older, which was not met. Let's go and soften this up. Actually, this needs to go over. does this actually look? Yeah, I think so too. I love the simplicity of his outfits. I love that. Really, the only thing that can change in this Ocarina of Time outfit are the colors, the tunics, and the boots. Besides, other things like little gauntlets and stuff. I now have motivation to draw. Oh hell yeah, that's what I want. You just gotta get started. Sometimes I'll sit there for an hour and just I know in my head if I just start, I'll feel better and I'll be able to get through whatever drawing I have to get through. But sometimes just starting is the most difficult. No, like I say a lot, the contrast is really high on my camera for some reason, and I have the bright light. So it looks a lot more contrasty than it actually is. And it looks a lot more harsh. But in real life, it's not. He's got the 2 neck pieces on. There we go. Ah, shit. I think that doesn't... This little collar thing is tricky. I think I'll just not draw it. I think I'll move this shoulder over so then I don't have to draw that. Link. Okay. This goes up. This is like pouches. These folds can be a little difficult up here. Link, absolutely. Ocarina of Time, Link. Hands will be a little difficult. Thank you. Yeah, I stole that from studying an artist named John Buscema. I liked the way that he doesn't look exactly like this, but it's close. I like the way that he would romanticize that when he drew it. After I do the hands, it's very easy, the rest of it. And then I'll do a pass just to make sure everything flows together. Off with that elbow. Yeah, it just needs to come in a little more. Ah, everything is dropping. All right, to tackle these hands. They're basically done. I'm simplifying them though. Making a set of hands wrap around another set of hands can always be a little tricky. Already messed up. There we go. Poor Link. Yep. There's always something going on with him. Okay, I get it. Zipsy. Okay, thank you. Hi. Z to the second power. Oh, perspective distortion, guys. So remember, it don't look that bad. The issue here, getting down in my seat, the issue here is that his fingers are curled over his palm, which in real life is fine. In a drawing, if you don't get the nuance, it looks weird because it looks like little stubs. So I might be here for a second. Just don't want to take any more photo ref that I have to. I could cheat the gloves. But I don't want anyone learning a bad habit. Actually has to go up higher. Doing everything I can so I don't have to take a photo reference. He's holding the inside of his outer palm on his right hand. We're getting there. Like Link said, after night shift eyes in this drawing, maybe it's subconscious because I work the night shift. me figure out his other hand, and then I can go back to that. You know, I realized I made his ears too. Nobody told me. No one told me. Okay, I definitely have to. What's up, Sent? That's all right, Superbike. I had to figure it out myself. But that kind of stuff happens. I'll like do a live stream or whatever, or do a drawing, and then I post a little snippet of it, or I post the entire thing. Then I'll delete it immediately because I see something wrong with it. Then I spend the next like 10 minutes shifting lines, millimeters and centimeters away, and then I'm like, okay, this looks good. And then I repost it. So if you ever see that, that's why. Okay, back to the hand. I'm drawing a character named Link from The Legend of Zelda. I can't spell either, so it's okay. When I was younger, I always got the word spelling, like when we would do like the spelling bee, like in the classrooms, I would always get the words. I would always spell the word wrong, like immediately, so I could just sit down. Because I'm not a bad speller, but like I do spell things wrong all the time. But I'm not a bad speller. But I don't like the pressure for something that I don't care about. That makes sense. I don't blame you, man. If there was like a drawing competition when I was younger, not like a legit one because I never entered those because I thought they were kind of lame. But if it was like a who could draw Vegeta or Goku like in 30 seconds, I was always like the kid that was like going above and beyond. So I get it. All right. It's passable for a sketch. I'm going to draw everything else. I'll keep this fairly sketchy.
see.
All right, there it is for the most part. After the live, I'll take a little bit of a break, like just a few minutes to reset my eyes, and I'll come back to it, and then I'll just post it. Thank you so much. All right, thank you guys. See ya.